and having to watch my back knowing that they said, oh, it's gonna be nigger lynching, Compton lynching? Do you know what that means? No, you don't. Why? Because you're white. Okay? Let's be real.
If we could just refrain from
okay, but I'm just telling you, I'm very frustrated.
Sorry, no interruptions, let her speak.
Let me just talk. I have friends that are different, you know, they come from different backgrounds. Like I said, BSU stands by all the other newspapers. We're fighting for you guys. We are fighting for you guys like you guys fought for us by coming down yesterday to the protest. We thank you. Seriously, we really thank you guys. And to address your statement, you've only been here 2 quarters. Okay, so with that being said, you don't really know what's going on. You don't really know what it is to be called a nigger and to be called, you know, or have Compton cookouts. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what it feels like. But I do. Minorities do.
Sorry, we can really stop there.
We do. So I want to say the whole lynching situation was a big deal. Being called a nigger was a big deal. Why? Because when we were called niggers back in slavery, that wasn't a cool word. That wasn't, hey, what's up, nigger? So I would be damned to be called a nigger at a school that I attend.
Can we pay for it?
That's why I'm the
Okay. I'm not here to address my personal views on the issue. Those are different. If you want to know my personal views, Google Westfield. You can see this comments that I made.
This is on like a little bit of a higher level. I'm asking a question. I honestly am going to ask for a response. Seriously. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just
this is what we're trying to get solutions, and this is actually something.
Okay, ask your question and I'll see if I'll entertain any answer.
All right. The idea is we don't, and again, give me 1 second. We don't want to do anything that literally is going to go in front of a judge and just get struck down. We don't that's not our purpose. We're not trying to violate the Constitution. It'd be pointless. Like, why would we put in our time and energy and sit in front of y'all to try to do something that then goes in front of a judge and goes, nope. Like, we wouldn't do that. So I guess this might be maybe a more philosophical question, but I honestly want to know. I mean, we can work hard to make to remove those toxic assets that currently your student fees go towards funding, and do it in a way that'll go in front of a judge who has to uphold the Constitution, and he or she will say it is okay, that is all right. Is that not something that's desirable? If it isn't, please let me know. Because that's what we're trying to do, is remove those toxic assets, but do it in a way that we're not violating the Constitution. And I want to know if that's not even something desirable, then I don't know. I don't even know to go at that point.
So you think the toxins exist only within the base of the FALA? You don't think that it's an institutional toxin?
I do.
Okay, then why are we targeting the FALA specifically? Yeah. The FALA is not the epitome of all evil in this college campus. People representative of all youth that people wish to share on this campus. That's why I think that this debate over the FALA should proliferate, a whole number of views that haven't been aired in the past. These people are scared to speak out. I don't know why that is, but people just don't want to be activists on this campus. For whatever reason that is, I'm glad that this incident provoked people to act out against institutional racism, against whatever else is, affecting us on a daily basis here. Just one more point. And
10 seconds, like literally.
An example of how other media orgs present views that go against our principles of community. I would give you an example right now, but I'm going to respect your...
Perfect, thank you. I just want to say, there are 16 people on this list that have yet to speak that I want to make sure their voices are heard tonight. Everyone, please respect this, be concise, be short. I understood the purpose of this event is for members of the public to give their opinion on this matter to us. If members from AS would like to address the public, you can get on the list. I will allow that, but I will not allow blanket questions to the audience anymore. So with that,
okay, I had a question for the panel, specifically referring to whether or not you guys have explored this issue, not only in terms of the First Amendment, but also the 14th Amendment, specifically the Equal Protection Clause. So let me just explain it real quick. I pay the same amount of tuition as the rest of you guys, like 20-something thousand, whatever dollars. I don't really know what the exact number is. But if I go around campus and I see that my TAs read this hateful stuff, my professors, my roommates, my RAs, if I see that they're endorsing this type of stuff, especially if the university's fees go to that, how is that providing me equal protection? How is that equal protection in any way? I want to know what you guys think of that. Like, how can you defend that type of hate speech? How could you even call it satire? Because that's not even satire, that's just an attack. Like if there was a guy in here named John, and I had a Fuck John magazine, I can't just have a Fuck John magazine. Going back to the original question, have you guys thought about how it relates to the Equal Protection Clause in the 14th Amendment at all? Have you guys thought about that?
If John's a public figure.
Could you please not have...
Actually, I can respond to that. I've put a decent amount into this issue. My name's John. So like the simple fact is that you don't have a right to not be offended. I know that might sound strange at first, but I mean, one of the things I value most is being able to get out there and say whatever the heck you want, right? You're not protected from being hurt at all. You're hurt over something.
So I pay $20,000 a year to deal with this stuff like that. I'd be cool if I paid half as much as you guys, and then I could deal with that stuff. But I'm not gonna roll with that.
I'll take it as your one follow-up question if you'd like to respond.
I should defer to somebody else, but look, I mean, the best protection against the hateful speech that the koala has is to get out there and demonstrate that you're not afraid of it. I mean, in which everybody has. I mean, I haven't seen UCSD gather that potently ever. I mean, when was the last time we had that kind of demonstration with the teach out? I've only been here 2 years, but I've never seen that before with that level of activism. I mean, that's the single best defense against hatred that there is. Silencing hatred just lets it ferment. It just keeps it under the surface and lets people have it boil inside of them. But act out against that, get it out in the open, to really medicate the sores of our society, heck, that's what defeats it.
Yeah, just to respond to that, kind of give an even-handed view. I don't think the issue is whether or not they have a right to express those viewpoints, but whether or not they have a right to receive our student fees to express those viewpoints. And that is what we're talking about, is our money going to organizations. That is what we're talking about.
Do you just not get it?
No. Honestly, we can have the comments from the audience. Really, it just slows us down. Just a reminder, every question has a 3-minute time limit, every response has a 2-minute time limit, and everyone's allowed one follow-up question. So now we have a woman in the
My question didn't get answered though. My question was, have they thought about it in terms of the 14th Amendment though, and equal protection, instead of just free speech?
In the conversations we've had with different legal counsel, 14th Amendment's never come up. We'll make sure to mention in future conversations we'll be having.
Sorry. Woman in the gray on this aisle.
I'm still kind of worried about the current media freeze and the freeze that will take place during this council. I think now more than ever, this campus needs its media outlets. The only way that will heal and fix this is if there is open dialogue where we can learn and share with one another. And these are over 30 unique voices that are being silenced. And when's the dialogue supposed to happen? When's the sharing of thought and the learning and the enriching and really coming together as a campus and getting past this? I mean, you can't do that if you silence each other from each other. And I hope that this council really takes the time to make a well-informed decision, doesn't make a rushed and rash one because they need to make one now. That being said, there shouldn't be a freeze while it's happening because we need to be able to communicate with one another.